Many people dream of financial independence and creative fulfillment, but how can you achieve that in today's oversaturated world if you just ordinary, regular person like me? Just a few years ago, I was waiting tables in New York City with no idea how drastically my life was about to change. What's up, everyone? Max here. It's kinda hard to put my finger on exactly who I am or what I do. Some might call me a content creator, but it's kinda not the whole story. I would say I'm building a media business online. My wife and I are running a cinematic cooking blog Al Dante channel across all the popular social media platforms. We're trying to create art, something that keeps us on our toes and makes us love what we produce. And of course, we're building a business around it, which is super exciting. I mean, the idea of having our own company based on our personal brand. Whenever I see someone doing something unique, no matter what is it, I'm always wonder, how did they get here? What their story? So here a bit about our journey. I've dabbled in a lot of things, have a ton of interests, and I'm always learning something new, just like many of you, I'm pretty sure. So from my childhood, I dedicated 12 years of my life to professional sport. That was rifle shooting, and that was most focused and serious period of my life, with a big dream to win an Olympics, which unfortunately never happened. Then for about 8 years, I was all about online poker. I mean, starting back in my students' days. It was pure business, no gambling involved, just cold calculation and working with statistics. I didn't achieve massive success in poker, but it was enough for us to live modestly in Belarus. Actually, looking back, I realized that's probably why I didn't make big in poker, because we always constantly took the money from our business. And any businessman will tell you that you cannot take any money from your business, especially on early stages. You always have to reinvest or you're doomed. Funny enough, it was my future wife Victoria who introduced me to poker. We were studying economics together in university, sitting on the same desk, and didn't even think about each other romantically. But then something went wrong. After graduating, we even managed to work in our fields for a couple of years just for peanuts. I worked in tax department and Victoria worked in a bank and as a sales manager. She was selling a huge amount of rebar in construction. And when I say peanuts, I mean it literally, because we each earned about $300 a month. So poker was still our main source of income. Then circumstances developed in such a way that we had to immigrate from Belarus to the States. Online poker is pretty much banned over here, and we had to start from scratch in pursuit of our American dream. I worked as a window cleaner on skyscrapers, then drove taxi, and for the 5 years, me and my wife worked as a waiters in Brooklyn restaurants. That's where we gained experience, knowledge, and inspiration for our future hobby for our channel. Then came COVID, restaurant was closed, and also our son Leo was born. I urgently had to retain and get a new profession quickly, so we could simply survive. So in a couple of months, I trained as a QA engineer, and thanks God, I found a job with a pretty good salary of $100K a year. That seemed like a lot of money, but life in US extremely expensive. That's basically where the new chapter of our lives begins. And by the way, throughout all our years in States, me and Victoria were passionate in photography, videography, and editing. But before 2021, we didn't even think that it could generate any income. You know, it was just our hobby. But when the money got tight, we started to think how to turn our hobby into something more, how to turn it to the business, how to make money on it. So combining all our skills, we came up with an idea to create our own culinary channel. The first 6 months were spent on finding our own style. We tried boring long YouTube videos, but then decided to try short format combined with the music. And since then, everything just took off. Instagram became our main platform where we gained 1 million followers in less than a year. It's real people, not a bots. Because I'm often seeing the accounts with 1 million followers or more, and you going inside and checking their insights of their reels, and they have only 500 views and 5 likes. I always wondering why would they do that? It's just so pointless. But anyway, it's just not my business. So when the channel started generated some income from integration with the brands, I was able to leave my corporate job and dedicate myself completely to the channel. We started to grow in this direction. I started looking for information about how to properly run this business, but unfortunately I couldn't find any comprehensive source of information about it. We had to gather everything bit by bit from everywhere, test it on our own experience, and learn from our own mistakes. And we're still doing that at these days. Market is constantly changing, and you always have to be able to adapt and diversify your business on other platforms. That's why we present on almost all major social platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Snapchat, Pinterest, everywhere. Some are doing better than others, but anyways, no doubt that the time will do its things, and sooner or later we anyway get some results from all the platforms. So speaking about monetization of our business, we started exploring different avenues. So we signed a contract with a marketing agency which handles all the partnerships contracts with the brands. So we delegated that responsibility to them. We started occasionally take UGC content orders from the companies. It's a user-generated content. As for high hopes from ad revenue, it didn't happen. Platforms actually paying just peanuts to their creators. Literally, we just making about $100 from all of them a month, and monetization on YouTube didn't even enable yet. Soon after our channel became quite big, we started get a lot of requests from our followers to teach them all we know and all we do. Honestly, I resisted for a long time, but then I started rethink this moment, and I looked at this from different perspective, and I changed my mind and created educational course which called Art Factory, where we teach people from scratch how to start shooting on camera with interchangeable lenses. Also, we're making people switch from phone to the camera. So shooting, editing, color grading in different editing software like Final Cut Pro and DaVinci Resolve. So on our own example, we've shown people how to properly set up your personal brand and your blog, how to work with brands, how to sign a contract, how to negotiate the prices, how to work with agencies, and how to monetize your blog in general. Our goal is not to create thousands of copies of our own blog, but to teach people how to create high quality content, how to be creative and create content in their own style, and how to make money from it. By our own example, we've shown people how to make their own job. And the uniqueness of Art Factory lies in the fact that we reveal all the secrets and showing people how we create our content from A to Z. We talk about how we became full-time content creators and how we making our money so you can make yours. So we're showing people how we make our work interesting not only viewers but also for the companies who just paying a lot of money for it. Because to give you an idea how much it can cost, the integration on our channel with a brand, it can cost from $5,000 to $20,000, and it's pretty decent money, right? And let me give you an example about the courses from my own life. And like I said you before, I was trained as a QA engineer, right? In early 2020, I bought a course about the QA engineering and I paid $7,000. And trust me, there are a million QA courses for just $100. But in this course, my teacher gave me unique information that allowed me to get a job in less than 3 months. He told me and showed me how he works in his profession and what exactly he does. So it was not only theory and practice, but exactly what we're gonna do on our future job. Of course, I put tremendous effort to it, but anyways, the information he gave me just priceless, because very soon I get a job with 100K a year salary and pay off my expenses to the course. But literally, I don't know anyone who found a job after taking course for $100. And I'm saying all of this just to show you an example that right information costs a lot of money and empty talk can be bought very cheaply. And following this example, we decided to create our course in similar manner, combining theory and practice, just taking you by the hand and following you to the right direction by showing you our workspace and showing you how to do things properly. So talking about the course, we will look at several projects, more complex and simple ones. The course also including the project where I'm filming myself without any cameraman to show you how you can film yourself without an operator. We will go through all the stages from finding the ideas, filming, editing and uploading to our social media platforms. And we will try cover the topic from all possible angles for you to understand so you can adapt the material to your conditions and tasks. Also, in the third part of the course, we will focus exclusively on developing your personal brand, your blog, and on monetization. We will cover the topic how to quickly gain your audience, so you can find detailed course outline on our website aldante.art. But that's not all. We'll be live streaming with the project where we gonna film, then edit on the next day, and you can ask all your questions live. Basically, it's gonna be like a live workshop. And after purchasing the course, you will get an access to our private Discord community where you can find the connections with the different creators with the similar problems, with the similar questions and interests. You can ask any questions. All Discord community members can give you advice from their own perspective. So we don't have any producers, assistants, curators, or any kind of stuff that making job for us. We doing everything by ourselves. So that's it about the course, and continue on the topic of monetization from our channel. Recently we launched our mobile application. We have a lot of plans on this application. So also we're working on launching our own merch, and we always open to different ideas, to different opportunities. And we're smoothly approaching what I wanted to convey to all of you today, and why I'm telling you all this about myself, about earnings, about the course, and about different ways to earning money. We live in an era of ever-evolving social communication and personal brands. Right now is the one of the fastest growing areas, and basically you have no any risks other than lose your time. Just think about it. Where else is this possible? And I'm not talking about specific of our channel. I'm talking about things in general, about this industry, about this alternative field of activity. You all can start building your personal brand, your reputation and name recognition. And then on this foundation, you can build whatever you want. I'm not saying that everyone should stop going to their work, regular work from 8 to 5 and become bloggers. No, but at the same time, if you have a stable income, some free time and desire to change your routine, then this is the greatest way to start. Each of you currently living with something, doing something, and have some expertise in some areas, right? Perhaps in the field of your current activities, perhaps in your hobby like me. And for those who are afraid to start, you cannot even imagine how huge is audience in internet, in social media platforms. It's literally like billions of people right now. Each of us can find at least 1 million of our audience, people who devoted and listening and watching you, who will like your approach and presentation of the materials of the topic that already taken by millions of other experts, but they will like your style. And do you know what is a million live audience? That's a lot of people. By the way, the biggest concerts of superstars gather about 300 400,000 of people, and this is just super event, everyone talking about it. Just imagine how many people, it's 1 million, and just imagine if this million people it's your customers. They can provide for you for life and make your life comfortable, a life where you achieved financial independence as well as social recognition, where you create and can be creative. Isn't that happiness? In fact, any expertise is scalable and feasible in social media space. If you cook, making something with your hands, if you do nails or car repair, maybe doing plumbing, drawing, anything, doesn't matter. You just have to start your blog and start showing what you do, but showing it beautifully. If I wanted to start a blog in any other niche right now, I would use the same approach that I'm using right now on our channel. I would try to showcase my expertise on our channel in high quality, beautiful and original way. And returning to the topic of developing your personal blog and personal brand, everyone is cluttering up internet space with something. I would say it's a good and bad at the same time. I'm definitely not against it. People allowed to do whatever they want as long as they don't kill each other, you know. But I'm convinced that there is a fantastic way to break through the informational noise. And how to do it? Is just create a high quality content, and if it's also exclusive with your own charisma, it's just the next level. And what do you need to create high quality content? You need relatively good and proper equipment, as well as the knowledge how to manage it. And good equipment became pretty accessible right now, and for the price of your iPhone you can purchase pretty fantastic camera, you know, something like Sony FX30. It's just professional piece of art. I mean, you can film with it anything you want, any craft, interviews, anything. And I'm telling you, it will look professionally. And how to do professional editing, color grading, color correction by yourself at home? You need to master the basics of one of the editing program like DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro. Any learning subject and much more you can explain with the Pareto principle, 20 by 80%. You have probably heard of it. For those who haven't, it states that 80% of results you can achieve in 20% of time, and remaining 20% of results you can achieve in remaining 80% of time. But in perspective of our field, content creation, this 80% is enough for you to be in 1% of the best content creators on all social media. And from this point, 80%, you can enhance your experience, learn more and more, improve more and more. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, it is sometimes we look at the successful people and think that they are special, think that they have some secret. But in fact, in 99% of the cases of successful people, these are people who took on their business and for a very long time they are methodically performing it, not giving up in difficult situations, just did for many years. And this is the 1% theory. It's based on the idea that the small but consistent improvements in a particular area of activity can lead to significant results. All success stories is built on this theory, and all those who jump from topic to topic like I did half of my life and never stop on one thing don't achieve great results. And guys, I wish everyone to find their life's work, find themselves, achieve success, and gain recognition. And to wrap things up, I want to emphasize that our Art Factory course isn't just about technical skills, it's about mindset, it's about finding your own unique voice, and about building sustainable business doing what you love. We're sharing everything we've learned, good and bad, so you can avoid our mistakes. So take the leap of faith, invest in yourself, and join us on this incredible adventure. See you.